SD on their part unless there's a platform trying to cover their recovery. But at the same time, oh, that's not Diddy Kong? The mind games? Are you tricking me on? Maybe this is a button check.
I mean, I do know Tyrant does have his own little staple of other top tier characters. No, this is definitely looking like neutral.
This is definitely a game right now. This is we're seeing straight neutral, and I love this. I love this because of the fact that maybe Tyrant does not feel comfortable with a witch twist into up air on Meta Knight, especially at like high mid percents.
Yeah, having to navigate through that minefield of Bayonetta's air presence, where if you have a Diddy that's able to work, this is a matchup that Diddy weathers really well, being able to do so much grab-based pressure on Bayonetta, which means that he doesn't have to worry about some of her tools the way everyone else does.
Goodbye.
And here we see Tyrant has kept his Diddy very much in shape just for such an occasion.
Absolutely wanted that jump at that very moment and ended up catching it. Diddy Kong does a fantastic job at catching Bayonetta whenever she lands onto the stage. So that is definitely a counter pick that we're seeing from Tyrant.
Yeah, being able to, I mean, Diddy's already known for having such scary landing traps, and when you're a character like Bayonetta where all of your air actions just increase your landing lag at the end, that's just going to make it so much harder to mix up Diddy and find your way back down to the ground.
Oh, Lima tried to actually witch time the banana on the floor there.
Yeah.
Trying to force basically Tyrant to approach and get witch time in return.
Yeah, it is a scary thing, and it totally happens. Tyrant, though, just barely out of range for it. And right now, Tyrant, banana in hand, looking just to close out this next stock, staying aggressive despite having this lead. And Lima is not in a rush at all, right? He has the deficit, but he's willing to just hold his ground, take his time, just taking in everything that Tyrant is doing, getting a sense of all of his movement options. And that forward throw not going to close out the stock, though.
Oh my goodness, that snipe. Lima was trying to go for that snipe with a witch twist into up air, but Tyrant was just doing a fantastic job of maneuvering himself around Bayonetta and recovering back onto the stage, taking control of the neutral once again. And when you have all this rage, it could definitely be scary seeing a forward throw right there, but definitely not going to do it. That forward throw not being as strong as some people may think, actually.
Yeah, it requires you being on the ledge closer to the edge of the stage in order for it to take out a stock. And right now, I'm just wondering what Tyrant's plan is in terms of dealing with the stock. And right there, the back air trading successfully with his own forward air. And right now, getting the command grab with banana in hand, recognizing the fact that Lima does want to hold shield as sort of a precautionary measure against banana. And it looks like after that first explosive start, Tyrant's actually having a bit more of a trouble opening up Lima consistently. Lima finding these holes and correctly calling out these pressure situations that Tyrant is putting him into.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Goodness. He's dead. He's actually dead. Wow, I thought that was going to be maybe a corner carry, into the side blast zone, but actually mixing it up, going all the way to the very top. Blank walking up on stage and handing Lima a cap, I guess, for moral support.
He just gave him a captain hat because he was like, listen, Captain, but the ship is not going down yet.
Oh, my goodness.
That was such a fantastic option to cover all the space that Tyrant could have worked with. At that very moment was like, oh, you're Diddy Kong. Diddy Kongs really like to monkey flip back towards the stage, but I am Bayonetta. I have witch twist. Let's see how much that can happen.
Yeah, let me just double back a bit and carry you up. And oh, I picked you up. Let's keep going for this ride. Let's see where we end up. And it ended up being the blast zone. And Tyrant holding firm with his Diddy pick against Bayonetta. This must not be a matchup that he wants to deal with as Meta Knight at all, especially given the way that Lima was adapting in that second stock. And right now already finding a witch time, getting 56% off and still getting more extensions right now.
I really like the comparison to how that half of the first game started, and now what we're seeing from Lima, completely different game. It seems as if Lima was not trying to overcome it until he got a kill confirmed, such as the one that we saw taking that game one.
Yeah, just knowing the right moment to turn up the Jets all the way to max in order to close out a stock, and then otherwise holding back and just waiting for his moments, respecting Diddy's ability to punish any sort of mistake that he makes, so just opting to just do as little as possible until those openings come up. And he's finding those openings now, though. Backing off, recognizing the fact already a 90% lead on Lima's end. Tyrant looking a little bit lost right now, and that stock also lost to that back air. Lima, confident as ever. This is looking very bad for Tyrant.
It absolutely is. That patient, that walk, absolutely not trying to overcommit could be a very difficult play style to adapt to at this very moment. You know, when you're just trying to mix up your game constantly, sometimes being aggressive could help, but if you're too aggressive, then they're going to counter you with a passive play.
Yeah. And we're seeing that right now. Oh, I like that witch twist mix up right before he touched the ground, catching Tyrant's shield drop attempt at a punish. Lima with banana in hand this time, depriving Diddy of his favorite tool, and right now getting the banana toss right after. Ooh, going in hard.
Oh no, Tyrant! That a heartbreak.
That is so sad to see happen. We saw Lima go all in on that down air read, and Tyrant manages to navigate that, DI's away, doesn't get caught, but then the barrels just explode, and that's it for his winner's run right there.
I'm actually a little sad because that's such a heartbreaking moment when, okay, I'm still in this. I can still try to bring this back. I'm Diddy Kong, you know, I could convert off of my banana, catch Lima's landings, maybe trying to be as patient as Lima. But unfortunately, whenever I see those barrels collide to the ledge of the stage, it just breaks my heart.
It breaks so many things. It breaks the barrels, it breaks Diddy's stock, it breaks the hearts and minds of everyone at home. It breaks momentum, especially in that, like, again, you just saw your opponent, SD, is like, okay, I'm still in this game. I don't have 2 whole stocks to get through, and then immediately having that snatched from you. Oof, not a good place to be. Guys, give your Diddy Kongs proper practice with barrels so that they don't go crashing to the sides of stages. That is a very, very bad place to end your life. And I think we only have one more set left to go, and it's going to be quite a marathon. We have Wrath versus Rival as winners finals. Wrath being a Sonic on the PGR who is very known for having the most conservative, no committal, low risk, low reward options possible to him. He is perfectly fine grinding out opponents through the timer, which is what makes Sonic considered such a terrible threat as you move on through the tier list, versus Rival, who I actually am not as familiar with.
I am not as well, but you know, following up, Wrath is ranked actually 43rd on the PGR, so he is up there for a reason. I'm interested to see this, but I know whenever I say that, I regret it. Because of the fact that I haven't seen Wrath play in quite some time myself. I haven't been following up on Wrath's gameplay. So this is going to be something that, you know, I've been looking forward to. All these CEO matches, I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All of the yes.
Oh my! It's like there's not any of these sets. There's like, okay, I can sort of autopilot through this next set and just like focus on the mage pressure. It's like, oh my gosh, these are both really good players. This is all going to use all of our brain power to keep up with every step of the way for all of these.
And with all these upsets that we've been saying, honestly, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, that's the scary thing here is any one of these top players we see moving into their next set, this could be their Twitch clip of, oh man, this player just got knocked out. Incoming PG stats tweet with the blue bubble right next to their name.
You do not want to have that blue bubble.
It's still, I mean, it's better than the red bubble.
You're
I'll just tell you that.
Right. I was about to say, actually. You know what?
At least you still get to play.
Than the red bubble.
I'll take the blue ones.
Absolutely. But for those of you tuning in, come on, follow the stream, follow my co-caster here, GPig.
Oh, thank you.
And, you know, show your support for CEO Jabili putting in all this work.